What's going on, guys? So today we're going to review the all-new 2019 Ram 3500 HD heavy duty with the Cummins. This got the 6.7 liter Cummins in it. This is the new high output motor. This motor has 1,000 foot-pounds of torque from the factory, guys. This motor is insane. This truck is just a beast. For 2019, like I mentioned before, they changed the whole front end. The headlights are all new. As you can see here, it's got the LED headlight just like my 1500. But the whole grille is massive, a lot bigger than the previous generation, also a lot bigger and more mean than the 1500. As you guys can see here with the new redesigned front end for 2019, it's massive. They went with the LED headlights just like the 1500s. The whole front bumper and grille is different. What's weird about these, being that this is technically a 4.5 gen, it's not technically a 5th gen for the heavy duty chassis. Here's why. For 2019, they redesigned the front end and the rear end. However, the cab, being that this is a mega cab, and same with the standard cab, the cab is the same as the 4th gen. Now, as you'll see here in the next couple of clips, when I go inside, they did redesign the dash, and they have the 5th gen dash in there along with the seats and whatnot. But you're gonna see some characteristics from the 4th gen, which a lot of people don't realize. On this new truck, it is technically still a 4th gen cab, but it has all 5th gen, taillights, rear bumper, rear tailgate, and all the different amenities that the new 5th gens did come with. As you guys can see here, it does have the high output turbo diesel, the Cummins, in it. It's the 3500 heavy duty model, and this is the only model you can get that 1,000 foot-pounds of torque engine in. This truck is just insane, guys. They did a great job on the redesign. The front end is very mean and aggressive. As you can see here, he's got the front windshield tinted at 35%. It gives it a nice murdered out look. Same with the side windows are tinted. He's got 5% limo tint on the front window here, and he's also got 5% over the rear. So this thing is murdered out. And he's got 5% over the back windows there. Moving on to the back here, like I mentioned before, this is the mega cab, so it's got the huge cab inside, which we'll get inside here in just a second. But he actually ordered this truck with Ram boxes, and on the new Ram boxes for the 3500s, actually for any of the HD models, I think it's honestly on the 1500s as well, but they come with a new 115 volt wall plug here, as you can see here. And that's a nice new feature they added to these Ram boxes. These Ram boxes make it very convenient if you are hauling, if you're like a contractor and you have toolboxes, if you want to take this out, if you have a boat, if you're towing a boat and you want to make these Ram boxes coolers, they actually have little plugs in the bottom of the Ram box for you to drain out your ice. So you could put ice in there, and when the ice melts and it's water, you can drain it out through the bottom of the Ram boxes. These Ram boxes make it very convenient for hauling tools of such. And like you can see here, this thing's just full of stuff right now. And like I said, you can turn this into a cooler as well, and that is what you get with the Ram box. It's a pretty nice option that you can order on these new 2019 Ram trucks. You can order them on the 1500s as well as the 2500s, 3500s, and these are very convenient. This is the Laramie trim package in the Midnight Edition, the all black. Everything comes blacked out on it. Obviously he has the windows tinted, but other than that, this is how the truck comes from the factory, guys. Very aggressive, very mean, especially in an all black. It's murdered out. So being that this is a Laramie, everything, like I mentioned before, is blacked out. You have the color matched bumpers. This is the Midnight Edition, so you get the color matched bumpers, you don't get chrome bumpers, and the color matched grille. Everything's black on it. And they did a great job on the redesign on this truck. So on this 3500, it comes with 20-inch wheels with Firestone Transforce all-terrain tires and 285/60/20s. These tires aren't my favorite. They're very hard. They're not a very soft riding tire, but they are good for towing, and that is why they put them on these trucks, especially being the 3500 heavy duty, because they figure you're going to be towing a lot of heavy things with this truck. So they want to put a good tire on there for towing and to get your best fuel fuel mileage on the road. So that is why they put these tires on there. I recommend, if you're not going to be towing a lot of heavy equipment, I recommend putting a softer all-terrain tire on there, something more along the lines of the BF Goodrich KO2 all-terrain tire. It looks a little more aggressive. It has a more aggressive sidewall, and it doesn't have as much, it's a lot softer, and it gives you a better ride quality on the road, especially if you're not towing something huge like a camper or any sort of you know, big equipment, big heavy duty equipment. So that's my opinion on these tires. Overall, they are decent tires for the highway as far as getting good gas mileage. These are going to be your best bet. But I do like the new redesign on the rims. The factory 20-inch wheels do look pretty good on here. Obviously, I'm one to like offset, so I would put some like 22 by 12s on this. I think it would look perfect. Being that it is the 3500, it sits up a little extra high. Maybe put a 2-inch or a 2.5-inch leveling kit on this truck with some 22 by 12s. Have that tire poking out just a little bit, being that they do come with the fender flares here from the factory. Being that this is the Midnight Edition, you get the all blacked out emblems here on the hood. You get the blacked out Cummins badge, the blacked out Ram emblem on the side here, and we'll move our way to the back here. You get blacked out taillights, so the center part here comes black, and then you get basically like a black trim ring around the taillight there. That only comes on the Midnight Edition trucks, just like on the 1500s. You get the black Laramie badge there, you get the black Ram emblem, and the black 4x4. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Same for this side, and then also in the front, as you noticed, you get a black Ram emblem right here, and your front facing camera is located right there. So overall, this truck is massive, it's murdered out, and in my opinion, it's the best heavy duty truck Ram makes. So now that we're on the right side of the truck, we're gonna have another look at the Ram boxes. These are lockable, so you can lock your Ram boxes. And then here's another look. They do come with lights in here, and as you can see here, they're pretty big and pretty deep. New for 2019, you get this new LED third brake light. So now that we move to the back of the truck, we're gonna go ahead and open the tailgate, which is power for this year, and is also located on your key fob. So what you do is you hit this twice, and the tailgate opens up. Just like that, folks, it's that easy. So as you can see here, he does have the Mopar OEM tonneau cover. And a lot of people's concern with the Ram boxes are that you don't have much bed space once you know, because the Ram boxes take up, you know, so much space on the edge of the bed. But honestly, I mean, that's a pretty big bed for having Ram boxes. I mean, you could fit a lot of stuff in here. And actually, we just fit 4 wheels and tires off of a Charger in here, and they fit just fine with the tonneau cover on. So it's bigger than you guys think, and if Ram boxes suit your needs, don't be afraid that you're gonna lose bed space with those Ram boxes, because it's honestly not that much more noticeable. Basically, it's basically like having the wheel well humps with the normal bed, except for it's just that width all the way through, because your Ram boxes are your basically storage between the wheel well there. So honestly, I love the Ram boxes. And as you can see here, this truck did come equipped with the spray and bed liner from the factory, and it does have the LED bed lights here. So there's the bed. One more thing this truck has that I wanted to show you is this pull down step. Basically, you grab your foot here and you push down on this lever, and you have a step that comes out that is easier for you to get into the back of the truck here. So that is nice. And then when you don't want to use it, you just push it forward, just like that. And now, new for 2019 on the heavy duties are the towing mirrors. They look a lot like the 4th gen tow mirrors, but they are different. As you can see here, there is a camera on the bottom of the mirror, along with blind spot monitors here. And this here, it's daylight so you can't tell, but this here is also a running light, an amber running light when the truck is running. So Being that this model does have the 360 camera, which I'll show you guys here in just a second once we get in the truck, it does have the cameras that look down here so that you can you know, better park the truck. So those are new for 2019 as well. The LED headlights on this truck are incredible. They project out very wide, they're very bright, and the fog lights are also LED. And as you can see here, it does have the blind spot monitors along with in the front part of the grille here, and also you have the front facing camera like I mentioned before. But these LED headlights make this front end of this truck look so aggressive. So now that we've covered most of the exterior of the truck, we're gonna go ahead and hop in and go over all the features that this 2019 Laramie has to offer. Let me tell you, there are a lot. First things first, this truck does come equipped with the power running boards. As you can see here, I'm gonna open up the door and the power running boards come out right at you. I really like these more. I hate running boards on a truck, I really do, because I don't like the look of, I feel like the truck doesn't look high enough, doesn't sit high enough. But when those power running boards are, you know, deployed in and not down, the truck doesn't even look like it has running boards on it. I think it looks amazing. And then being that it is a 3500 and it is a little taller of a truck to get into, especially for shorter people, it is nice to have that power running board step to, you know, step up in here and get into the truck. So I really do like that feature on this new 2019 Ram 3500. So before we get started on the interior, I am going to point out a couple things. Like I mentioned before, the cab is the same as the 4th gen heavy duty trucks. Same with the doors and same with the door panels, as you can see here. However, they did change up the quality of it a little bit. They added some leather to the door pad here. They added a carbon fiber piece here, and then they added Alcantara suede here to make it really nice. Also, this has the 18 speaker Harman Kardon stereo system, and they put tweeters in the corner of the door panel here to give it that extra sound. And the sound system in this truck does sound amazing with that Harman Kardon stereo system. Moving on to the seats, they are all leather, and you can see the Laramie stitching there. White stitching with suede inserts. Now the suede inserts, the Alcantara suede inserts, are right here on the side of the bolsters and also up here. And these seats are very comfortable, and they are the same seats that are in the 5th gen 1500s. So as you guys can see here, they implemented the new 5th gen dash into the new heavy duty models for 2019. It is the same dash that is in the my 5th gen 1500, along with our other Laramie 1500, and they put this massive 12-inch screen in here, and this is my favorite part of the interior of this 3500. So being that it's like 85 degrees out today, I'm gonna go ahead and start the truck up so that I don't sweat my butt off in here. And we're going to turn the AC on full blast and finish the review of the interior of this Laramie. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go to controls, put my vented seat on high, we have the AC blasted, and now we're good to finish the rest of the video here. Alright guys, so moving on to the interior here, as you can see the gauges are redesigned for 2019. They still use the pull down shift lever instead of the knob like on the 1500s here, and that's why this heavy duty here, this whole piece is different than on the 1500s, because like on my truck there's a silver knob right here, and then you've got 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive high, and 4-wheel drive low, and there's no auto 4-wheel drive on the heavy duty models, only on the 1500s. So that's why this looks a little different than on the 1500s. And yes, we still have the old school pull down shift lever, column shift here to put it in drive. One thing I noticed on this truck is that it does have the 5th gen steering wheel and airbag cover here where the horn's at, and the new logo. But the other thing I noticed is it's still using the 4th gen controls, steering wheel controls. They're not the same that are in my 5th gen 1500, so that's a little weird. I don't know why they did that. Now moving on to the screen, which most of you have all been waiting for. This thing is the 12-inch Uconnect screen. This thing is just massive. Everything's touch. It's basically like an iPad or a Tesla screen in your Ram. They do have this on the 1500s, as many of you have seen before already. The cool thing about this is you can basically run your radio full screen, you can run your nav full screen, Or what you can do is you can split both of them by going home, and then you can put let's see, you can put radio, go home, come on, close that out. Okay, so you can select your top card here, so we can make this navigation and just go to the map. Okay, make that navigation. So basically you can have two screens on the one. So up here we've got our climate, down here we've got our radio, and there's so much you can do with this screen. Many of you guys have already seen what you can do on this screen. I'm not going to go over it, this will be a whole video in itself. But you have your climate control here. You've also got your climate control down here, which you can make that full screen. You've got your media screen, which I've already showed you. Your controls. Now here's where it gets interesting. You have your heated seats up here, your cooled seats, and then your heated wheel. Over here you have a mirror dimmer. For this mirror here, it's all automatic. And then you have your backup camera, which you can just look right at the backup camera there. And with the backup camera, you have three different options. You have the backup to the hitch, you have the backup to your fifth, if you're hauling a fifth wheel, you back up to that, and you have your side cameras, which are underneath the mirror here. And what these do is you can move left to right on here, I think. Yeah, see? Left, right. And basically that helps you for backing up as well. And then of course you have your surround camera, which I think is the coolest part, is it's a 360 view camera that basically helps you park or parallel park or park in the lines, and it shows the top of the truck. It's basically like a top view, and that's really nice. Along with you got your backup here, your front camera out of the front Ram emblem there, and then front with 360, and then your fifth wheel backup camera there. And then under apps, of course, you have all your different apps here. Scroll basically just like an iPad. Down here you have your trailer brake with all your auxiliaries. If you have any sort of snowplow or lights that you want to add, you can add them into your auxiliary switches here. And then above that you have your tow haul, your engine brake, your front and rear parking sensors there. You have two USB ports with two USB-Cs on top, along with a auxiliary cord port in the middle. For 2019 on the heavy duties, you now get a CD player, which is standard. I thought that was cool. And then you have, being that this is a Laramie, you do have the wireless charging pad here. You set your phone that's wireless charging capable in this little holder here, and then it'll automatically charge your phone. You won't need any cords or cables to do so. So that's a neat feature. Moving on here, you have a movable cup holder and storage tray that moves like this, and then you have all this storage space here in the center console. There's a lot of storage on the new redesign for the 5th gen, a lot of storage. As you can see here, moving on, you have Laramie. Since this is a Laramie, you have the Laramie emblem there on the dash. You've got storage up here and also down here. Up here you have your dome lights. You have your like 911 assist buttons there. You've got your auto open and close sunroof, which I'll show you that here in just a second. You've got your tilt here, and then you've got your open your rear sliding glass window here, open and close. So yeah, as I mentioned before, this does have a sunroof, so we're gonna go ahead and hit open, and you'll see the sunroof open up. Now for the 5th gen heavy duty trucks, you cannot get a panoramic sunroof as an option for some reason, only on the 1500. So if many of you are wondering why this truck wasn't equipped with that, that is why. Moving on to the back seat here, this is the mega cab, so you do have the reclinable rear seats here, and you have the obviously very spacious cab, just like the 4th gen with the mega cab. Over here you've got two USBs, two USB-Cs above those, a little storage compartment here, and a 115 volt wall plug here for you. So it has all the amenities you need for a pickup truck. Under the hood here you have the massive 6.7 liter high output Cummins engine, as you guys can see here, and like I talked about, this is the most powerful diesel engine in any of the heavy duty trucks in the lineup. It has the most torque from the factory, 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. This thing is insane. If you want a good towing vehicle, this is it. If you have heavy equipment you need to haul or tow, this is the truck you need to buy. You get all the looks, and on top of all of that, you get the 1,000 foot-pounds of torque to tow whatever you need. This thing would tow a house. I mean, it's that powerful. So with all that being said, that basically wraps up our review on this 2019 Ram 3500 HD. This is the Laramie edition, the blacked out midnight edition. Everything's blacked out on it, and it does have the new 6.7 liter Cummins with the 1,000 foot-pounds of torque engine in it. This thing is just insane, guys. So this truck is hard loaded. It has every option. The sticker price on this truck here is $85,000. I know that sounds like a lot, but you're getting a lot of truck for that, especially when you compare other models like Chevy and Ford's HD models. You get a lot for your money with the new Cummins. And being that it does have the new redesigned front and rear end, it's got the redesigned interior, and it has that new 1,000 foot-pounds of torque engine. I mean, all around, this is your best bang for your buck as far as buying a heavy-duty truck. I really recommend going to one of your local dealerships and test driving one. Once you do, you'll be hooked. So that's going to complete today's review on this 2019 Ram 3500 HD. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. I look forward to seeing you guys next video. Peace.